everybody. Welcome back to Sarah's Table tonight. Okay, listen, I always say that it is a very special episode. I say it every single week. It's always true for different reasons. Tonight is a very special episode because I'm going back to my Sarah's Table roots, and I'm bringing back a polymorph system game. For those of you who don't know, my very first Sarah's Table ever was an arc of The Excellence by Ninth Level Games, where you get to play a princess of something very special. As soon as I started playing that game, really fell in love with the polymorph system, and then just got my little otter hooks into the ninth level folk, and they started talking about a game where you would get to play magical ponies in the same universe as the princesses. And so I did not stop hounding them until the game was made. And now we are playing it here today. It is called Horseshoe Academy, which is for legal reasons, 100% legally distinct from any other magical pony show that you might be thinking of. It is not that. It is something else entirely. You've been warned. My dream, because we have Horseshoe Academy, we have The Excellence, which is princesses. We have also in the polymorph system in the same awesome world universe, Nancy Druid, which we've also played on the show. My dream is to get a magical pony, a princess, and a scout all in the same party to just run around and create completely insane shenanigans, which I just truly cannot think of anything that is more Sarah or Sarah's Table than that. So let's see. This is one step closer to the insanity that is going to be all of those people at one table. Yeah, great. Listen, for those of you who have never been here before, what a wonderful introduction that was. My name is Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to be your host and your game master and your very favorite person. I'm going to remind you to have a glass of water because I guarantee you are dehydrated. I'm just going to take a second. So good. It's the snack you need to live. Water. All right. I have once again bamboozled a table full of people to showing up here at this. I just sent them a link and I told them they had to click on it at a certain time. And lo and behold, they have once again not letting me down. We have a newbie to Sarah's Table. We have maybe two newbies. I have played with Jen, but I don't know that you've ever been on the show. We keep trying. You are muted. You're
yes. All right. Yeah. I don't think I've actually
this is maybe the first one.
Yeah, I think the game that you ran was on someone else's channel. So this is very exciting.
Yeah. Just been collecting people from around the world. I'm going to start with a familiar face from the first incarnation of my show, but who has been so busy being fabulous that they have not been able to be on as often. So, Adriel, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Adriel Wilson, and I am 1/4 of the aforementioned ninth level games. My pronouns are he, him, and I am so excited to be playing Horseshoe Academy with you today, Sarah, because as the person who was part of the company that published the game, I did editing and stuff, but I've never actually played, so I'm so excited to be a horse today.
Yes, that is so exciting. I love that. This is one of the reasons why I always ask the creative team to come on, because most of the time they come on and they're like, I've never actually gotten to play this game. And I love being able to facilitate that. It just makes me so happy. Yay. All right, let's hop down to Jen, who I have played with somewhere else, I think. Who are you? Tell me who you are.
Hi, I'm Jen. I go by Savage Bear on the internet. I believe we played together at a couple Dungeon Scrollers games. Like, I know you were in my amazing Pathfinder stream that I did when we launched our really cool collection.
Yeah.
Goblin-inspired gear. So, if you want to have a cute, explosively chaotic dress to go with your Horseshoe Academy adventures, coming very shortly, savagesparrow.com. Will be great. So I am so excited to be at this table. I am also glad that the mysterious link I clicked was not in fact a virus. Hooray.
Time will tell on that. We're not sure.
I get to wear a crown, and there are not enough opportunities to wear princess crowns. So.
Honestly, we need more reasons to wear crowns.
I agree. I am a pro crown in everyday life sort of person.
I had one within easy reach, so we'll put it on.
Yes. Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. I love this.
Just I think I actually have several more that I could reach at this moment. I don't have a problem. It's fine. And brand new friend who I believe this is actually even the very first time that I've even seen your face in a call, because you've always just been somebody on the other end of an instant message. So AJ, hello.
Hi. My name is AJ Winters. My pronouns are she, her. I am a dungeon master and world builder from Western Australia. And yeah, we have not played. I don't think we've been in the same Zoom call. I think we've been in the same projects. Before, because both you and I took over Robert Hartley GM's channel in December at some point.
Yes.
And we have mutuals. We have mutuals that are global. But this is the first time that we're actually doing something together, which is so exciting.
I just sent a link. This is what happens. I'm just going to start. If anybody gets a link in their inbox, it's probably me. Just click it. That's actually probably really bad advice. But perhaps I am too trusting of the world. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, I got to introduce this game. I'm just going to read the very first blurb when you open it up. And by the way, the art in this game is adorable. It's super cute. And on the first page, where there is actually text, there is a textbook with a horse kissing its bicep. And the name of the textbook is Bodyweight Exercises for Burros. It's got a tattoo, and I can't love it anymore. Ever since you were a foal, you've dreamed of the place. Horseshoe Academy, a magical school for horses full of mysterious books, exciting sports, and hopefully your new best friends. This fall, you will finally get your chance to go there. But what if you don't fit in with the herd? What if you're not really magic? The biggest challenge at Horseshoe Academy won't be studying for arcane exams or defending your herd from monsters. It will be making sure everyone is included. What will you make of your Horseshoe Academy years? Will you resist the drama and gallop into friendships that last a lifetime? I feel like you probably will. I feel good about this whole group. I feel like this group is going to be very inclusive. My fingers are crossed. I don't know. Maybe this will turn into the movie Mean Girls, but with horses, which I'm not opposed to.
Mean Fools.
Mean Fools? Yeah. I like that.
I just want to see that opening scene with the plastics, but with horses.
But with horses. Yeah.
Please, someone animate that.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, everybody, internet, I need you to get on this. And if it's not fully animated, if you just have toy horses, also good. You could just
puppets.
You could just puppet. I got to
Puppets.
get on the horn with Perception Studio and be like, I need several horse puppets. I need them to be wearing pink, and this is what I need. Yeah, great. So for those of you who have never played, whether in this game or, on this call or at home watching, for those of you who have never played using the polymorph system before, it is super streamlined. It is much more heavily influenced by storytelling than it is with mechanics. We've gotten rid of most of the crunch. I would call it maybe more of a marshmallowy kind of system. It's a little chewy, but it's super easy to get into. In fact, it's so easy that each person will only need one kind of die. Your dice, you just have to roll the one die forever and ever. And you have target numbers. So some things are going to be easier for you to do because of the probability of your particular die. Some things are going to be harder for you to do. Nothing is impossible, but there is a decent amount of failure. But failure in a polymorph system always presents a learning opportunity. There's a way for you to move forward. This is not a system where this is not going to be gritty and bonkers, and no horses are going to be harmed in the making of this game. It's going to be very chill. And we're going to make some characters. First, we need to pick your lineage. What kind of horse are you? There are some types that we're going to go through, and I'm just going to name them real quick, and then we can go back in if any of them pulls at your fancy. Now, this is a situation that you absolutely can decide to spread out and choose different ones. If you want to be all the same kind of horse, it's totally fine. I want everyone to play the horse that is in their heart. And sometimes that means that your heart is maybe pretty close cousins with somebody else at the table. So we have mustangs. We have pegasi. We have kelpies. We have unicorns. And we have miniature horses. Oh, look at those faces. I saw two people get very excited about miniature horses. You could be
a miniature
little Sebastian. Oh, I mean, you would have to pick. I think that we would give you all of the unicorn stats, but you may be very small in stature as a unicorn. Totally fine with me.
Just comes in I love your system. Can I make a hybrid?
Yeah.
I am sorry, but I'm also not sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
Don't be.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yay.
we printed it and now it's your game. So do the thing that makes you happy.
I am so excited.
Okay, we've got a uni. AJ, did any of those jump out at you?
I'm going to go with a pegasi.
Pegasi. Delightful.
I like the idea of wings.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read about the unicorns and the pegasus, and then I'm gonna ask Adriel what he would like to be. So unicorns, horned horses, naturally magical. A rarefied lineage, being a unicorn comes with a connection to the ether, to second sight, and to the mysterious undercurrents of rune, spell, and totem that wind through daily Hippolonian life. While all horses in Hippolonia use magic, unicorns are magic. You, Jen, at your core, you are magic. Some unicorns enjoy the formal study of magic and mystery, while others simply feel it, channeling their outsized powers in strange and unpredictable ways. And knowing you, Jen, I feel like you are going to be a chaos gremlin trapped inside a miniature unicorn.
Yes, I legitimately decided my unicorn has a Napoleon complex. It's going to be great.
Can I request that your Napoleon complex miniature unicorn wear the jacket?
Sure.
These are often found living in forest glades and mossy dells. Unicorns tend to go where magic runs the strongest. And then we have our our friends up in the air, the pegasi. Pegasi are winged horses. They are a lineage that loves to dip and fly and may even make homes in the branches of trees. Because pegasi ride the currents of the wind, their bones are light and partially hollow like those of birds. They are often found in the treetops of Hippolonian forests, but may also be seen swooping overhead, surveying the horselands and carrying messages between communities. They are the cooler version of the Pony Express. Which I assume that's why we did that. Adriel, round our party out, my friend.
I would like to be a Mustang.
Yeah. The fiery Mustangs are strong, powerful horses with considerable speed and muscle. They are also known for their hot tempers, which I mean, that's fair. Some members of the Mustang lineage resist this, however, and bring their strength and agility to important projects while avoiding the temptation to butt heads with other horses. Mustangs are often seen galloping in Hippolonia's many wide fields or building things in cities. They are also excellent racers, often competing in the Hippolonia Derby, which is the most exciting and anticipated event in all of the horselands. We love a derby. Love a race. Man. So just, can non-Mustangs compete in the Hippolonia Derby, or is that like unfair?
No, I mean, like, I feel like it's like that movie Rudy, which I don't actually remember any part of except that a small person wants to be on a football team.
Great.
And
okay.
I think the football team lets him be on it. So
Great.
I think any horse, any hooved mammal can participate in the Derby.
Okay. I love that the way that you describe that is based off of the vague understanding of what may have happened in a movie in the zeitgeist. I love it. I'm getting a peek into your development style, Adriel.
That is literally how my brain works. Someone's like, hey, how do you feel about X? And I'm like, did you see that one thing that happened in that obscure television show from 10 years ago? Mm-hmm. That's exactly how I feel.
It is this and only this.
Yep.
Great. Great. All right. We're going to move on to the role that you take in your group, in your little mini herd, your triad herd. When you are in a group, what kind of role do you play? So the question that we are going to be answering is, how do I pass a test? Could be a test in school, test your strength, test your heart, test your imagination out in the real world. There's going to be a lot of challenges. And you, as the amazing horse folk that you are always going to be approaching your problems in the same way. So we have a couple of options. I make a plan and study all the details. I bring toughness, agility, and speed. I cast spells and carry magic items. Or I call on my many friends and allies. What speaks to you?
Obviously, I cast spells with my unlimited power.
Yeah, that feels right. So you are going to be the magical one, which means that you are going to be rolling a D8 for everything. Our magical, tiny, messed up little unicorn.
Is also perfect in every way, or so they say.
Obviously, and a giant crown.
The confidence.
Oh yeah. I like that the crown is big enough that it like makes them the height of
a regular horse. Uh-huh.
Yes.
I see that not causing any problems whatsoever.
No.
Adriel, would you like to go choose next?
Oh yeah.
Sure. I believe that I would study hard and make a plan and stick to it.
Yeah. That feels right for you as a person as well. So Adriel is going to be the studious one.
Cool.
So he will have a D4. Yeah. A D4, I believe, at the polymorph system, a D4 is the swingiest of all of the archetypes. This is the one that has the greatest chance of just really beefing it.
Yep.
Just missing it entirely. So excellent. AJ.
Yes. I was really hoping there was like a panic option. Because I feel like that's how I approach any situation.
Which could be relying on your friends and allies. I can't do this. Someone else do it for me.
Yeah, I don't know what angle to go. I think I'm going to go with the strong one, but I'm going to use the strength in different ways. I think it's going to be like not metaphorically run at things head first.
Oh, great. Well, then you are the athletic one. You will have a D6.
Ooh, I'm getting cheerleader vibes.
Yeah. I love it. A cheerleader that can fly, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so you all know which kind of die you are going to be rolling. And every time that you are doing a check for something, it is going to fall into one of 4 categories. It's going to be homework. And to succeed, you will need to roll a 2 or a 3. Obviously, homework is all of your book learning, your thinking, your studying, your perception, just like generally using your horse sense. It could be hooves, galloping, show jumping, pulling, using that horsey strength of yours, being fast. In order to succeed that, you want to roll a 3, a 4, or a 5.
And what was that one again?
Hooves.
Okay.
Horseshoe Academy uses all H's. There are a couple of other polymorph systems that use different beginning letters, but in this one we have homework, then hooves, then hex, which is your magic, your duels, your potions, your charms, your curses. I suppose your literal hexes. I don't know if anybody is going to be using actual hexes, but we have Napoleon here, and I feel like it could very well go in that direction.
Like, we're gonna be a really inclusive group, and we've ended up with Napoleon and a cheerleader.
Yeah. So incredibly inclusive. So in order to roll a success for hex, you're going to be rolling a 4, a 5, a 6, or a 7. And I know that for some of you, a lot of those numbers are not on the dice you have. We'll find out what happens then. And then the last one is herd. This is social interaction. This is asking for help, persuading other people to help you, affecting the world with your moxie, your charisma. So in order to get that, you need to roll a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8, or a 9. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, people at home, you're thinking, but Sarah, Adriel has a D4 and cannot possibly roll a 5 through a 9. That is correct. We're going to talk about that in just a moment.
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be, hey, listen, it's going to be great. So my studious horse, just so for folks at home, you are the best at homework rolls, also at friends and crown. If you roll max on your die, that is called a crown. So in this call, if Adriel rolls a 4, he will succeed because he rolled his crown, the very peak of what he is doing. Friends is if you roll a 1, and your friends will help you succeed. So there's definitely a possibility of succeeding, even if you cannot possibly hit the target range. So studious horses are at their best when they are hanging out with friends and doing homework, which basically just like describes me in middle school. These horses are inclined to have knowledge about a lot of things and to love learning. They're super at making homework roles. And studious horses also have deep connections to their lineage, which means that they use their crowns more often than other horses. Just kind of Mustang all over this call is what's happening. Scooting over to our athletic horse. You, AJ, are the best at homework and hooves roles. Athletic horses are great at all kinds of sports and school activities. They know how important it is to keep their grades up, so also great at homework roles. And they're team players and love to share workout and sportsmanship tips with their herd. You were perhaps the horse on the cover of that kissing your bicep. We'll see. I would love to see what sort of thing that you are wearing. This is good. This is very exciting for me. And I wish that I was
that I have to be sportsy.
Are you not sportsy in real life? Cool. Hey, now is your chance.
Role play.
We're all professional storytellers here. This is what happens.
I can be anything I want to be.
Yeah, and that is a really sportsy horse. Who I know you didn't know that it was a really sportsy horse.
I didn't wake up today knowing that, but I have embraced it.
Yeah, this is important.
Yeah.
And then Napoleon, you're the best at hooves and hex rolls. Listen, all horses are magical, but magical horses at Horseshoe Academy are horses who focus on using the magic of their, this is a word that I love, pressage, like dressage, to make things happen. They also tend to focus on being able to take action at a moment's notice, so they are great at hooves rolls too. Knowing what I know about your instincts, Jen, this doesn't feel like you actually know what to do at a moment's notice, but you do make decisions. I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna go. We have no charming horses.
Listen, YOLO.
No, we have the last option was a charming horse, which is best at hex and herd rolls. So we're just all gonna have to band together. Next choice is we're gonna write down your horse's name and pronouns. I want you to paint a picture for me. Who are you in your little horsey heart?
I feel like leaning into the ridiculousness of royalty by going with Regina St. Germain, she, her pronouns.
Yes. This is correct.
So we are doing Mean Girls.
I mean, I didn't intend to. What I couldn't think of another like princess queen analog off the top of my head.
Really good. It's really good.
It's beautiful.
Meanful.
Yeah, Mean Foals. I definitely want to go watch that movie when we're done here. Just
Agree.
It just makes me happy. Mean Foals. All right. AJ, who are you?
I think I'm gonna go with Alicia. And she, her pronouns.
Perfect.
I'm not sure what her vibe is yet.
We'll find it. And Adriel?
I am gonna go with Bill. My horse's name is Bill. And his pronouns are he, him. And this is not totally random. My friend sent me a picture of Bill Nye holding a little rabbit toy from the Oscars. And I was like, oh, this is one of my favorite actors. I'm going to name my Mustang after him.
Yeah, obviously. And listen, have your people call our people. We'll get you on the show to play a pony.
I would
Bill
die. I would
Nighy.
literally die if that happened.
He would die. Let's make this happen. Let's bring you on. Listen, to round out our party, we need a charming one, and we need like a Kelpie. So like maybe, and I feel like with your background playing Davy Jones and all, like it's a very obvious next step in your career to come here and play a Kelpie. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So anyway, I will wait for the phone call. I've got it. Also, I'm smelling baking bread. I don't know why, but it's great.
Hopefully that is actually baking bread.
Maybe I'm having a stroke of some kind.
I really hope not.
Well, I feel okay.
Okay.
Feel all right. So it's probably fine. I will keep everyone updated.
Please do, especially if it's actually baking bread and you got fresh bread.
And then I could have bread.
Yeah.
Maybe just me like really desperately hoping that someone is baking bread in my house. Like, oh man, you know what would be great right now? Bill Nighy as a Kelpie and fresh bread. All right. We've done enough tangents. We haven't really. We'll come back to more. Let's get ourselves outfitted with some gear. You are going to select 4 pieces of gear that will help you with your moves. It's going to be able to give you advantage when you use the gear as part of your move, which means you get to roll 2 of your dice and succeed if either works. This is not a thing that is specific to the rules, but on Sarah's table, if both of them succeed, I have officially named it a super duper success in the polymorph system. So the first thing you're going to have is a textbook. You're going to carry 1 book that helps you with some homework roles. This book should be from one of your classes at Horseshoe Academy. Base it around the favorite thing that you are studying here. And anytime you make a homework move where information from this book would be helpful, you get to have advantage. So there are some examples, sort of how to win foals and influence ponies, basketry, weaving your first basket, metal guitar method with Mr. Ed, the mystery of tarot revealed, elemental interactions 101, or common birds of awesome world. So this can be anything at all that you think your pony would have. So like, keep in mind the type of, your lineage, keep in mind the role that you play on the team, or throw all of that out and have a book about pizza. Whatever you want. Baking bread.
I kind of want to have a book of how to win friends and influence ponies.
Yeah. Great. I bet you won't use that for evil at all.
No.
My gosh. I'm so scared.
It's okay. She's on your side.
Yeah.
Hey, AJ, come join a fun pony game. All right. Next minute dictatorship going on over here.
Listen, there's gotta be a structure. So
yeah, I know the social hierarchy. Regina comes first.
Regina comes first. All right.
As she adamantly insists she's the tallest.
That's why she just keeps adding to the top of the crown. And does she also like extend her horn?
Ooh, I haven't thought about that. I feel
horn
like
accessories.
Ooh.
I mean, probably would wear something pretty on it. Like,
yeah, like,
but like,
I feel like,
does it make it longer, or is it just?
I feel like no, because that's where that's how they use their magic, right? So like we don't want to get too crazy.
Wouldn't want to get in the way.
Yeah, exactly. And also it would clash with the rest of the statement.
That's true. Aesthetics are very important.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All All right. AJ or Adriel, ideas on your book?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still pondering.
No, I'm making you think really hard. It's mean of me.
I'm just thinking, like, what would I be carrying around that makes sense?
Think I'm leaning towards having like a biology textbook, but like the history of horse evolution.
Oh,
Gotta come up with like a good title.
like a punny title.
Yeah, yeah.
That is amazing.
Hmm.
I
Like the origin of species, but like the origin of equestrians, maybe.
Oh, I think it should have a parenthetical that's head to hooves.
Oh,
I like head to hooves. I also kind of wanted to get the word like Eohippus in there.
Oh, right.
Yeah, if you did not grow up a horse child, that is one of the like sort of precursors to the horses we know today from the dawn of time.
It could just be Eohippus 101.
Could be.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like our ancestor, the Eohippus.
Oh, yes, that's it. I love it. Our ancestor, the Eohippus.
In my head, it is a children's book with very pretty illustrations. I know it's probably not because as the studious one, yours would be like an actual textbook. But like if I was getting it, it would just be like thousands of years ago. Like just a really pretty
a long time ago.
in a land far away.
I think as the sporty one, that like I kind of really want to go for an equestrian magazine.
Yes.
Or a book about fashion.
Ooh.
So like
both.
Yeah. So I think maybe I'm trying to think of what my character would do at the Horse Academy. Like what am I trying to learn about? And I love the idea of her trying to learn how to sew and how does that work as a horse?
Yes.
So I think I'm doing like fashion classes or like some sort of clothing making. And I have like a textbook on all the different threads and styles and latest fashions. So
is it a textbook or is it like Teen Vogue?
How airy-fairy do I want to go? I think I'm going to lean more towards textbook.
Okay.
Because I think every other element of this character is going to be quite the opposite. So like,
cool.
Might as well go with something
like this
stronger.
This is the one thing that she is like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we need a name for a like textile making or
I think it needs to be like pattern. From thread to thimble or something.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, from thread to thimble.
Also, like a thimble for a horse
is so funny.
Would just be like a giant, like like a bucket. That just
how
goes
do you
on
sew if one of you? I will think on it because I know that if I have a sewing machine that I could definitely use my hoofs to push down
Scoot
and
things.
my snoot to move the fabric maybe.
Is it like a magnetic situation with your horseshoe? Because then you can
that's cool.
And
there's tech. There's definitely horse tech.
Horse tech.
Yeah.
And I think that there are some sewing machines that exist that let you just like drop the spool of thread into them.
Mhm.
So maybe it's like that
Like
would
mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm. Or like, there's also magic here. So you could use magic for sewing, but I also really love the idea of the technology for your hooves.
I love this also.
Me too. I will think on the title of the book, but I know that it's going to be a big, hefty fashion book.
Yeah. All right.
I did
Tell me.
think of a pun because horses have tack. So it could be tactile textiles.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that hurts so good.
yeah.
That's brilliant. Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna advertise
That's
this
impressive.
episode real hard to all of the horse girls. Bring all of your recovering horse girls and current horse girls here.
This is the latest copy of Textile Textiles.
Oh, it's absolutely like one of those like big, like thick magazines,
like
a
encyclopedia.
like cinephile.
style.
That's like really, yeah.
Done.
I love this. This is
All
gonna be
right.
great.
Our next thing is going to help with hooves, and it's our horseshoes. So the kind of shoe that you wear depends on your interests and your lineage. Do you have like streamlined ergonomic shoes? Do you have cloud-like magical shoes? Do you have ones covered in glitter? Do you have shoes to make you taller? She says with no reason whatsoever. Here are some examples. Athletic shoes, fashion shoes, working shoes, sensible shoes. Perhaps you are bare-hooved or racing. And then within those particular sets, then you can decide what they look like.
If you wear high heels, are they high hoofs?
High hoofs. I would say that is a fashion shoe.
I think I'm gonna go with like fluffy slippers.
Ooh.
I wanna, when like a gymnast, what they wear in between dance classes
just like
or
cover their feet.
It's just they're just really fluffy socks on the ends of my feet.
Yeah.
I don't think my character walks very often because of wings.
Because of wings. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that probably puts you in the bare-hoofed section, because it's just like, it's kind of like you're just wearing socks.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
just
that makes it,
free.
that makes you more streamlined, more aerodynamic, lighter.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're ever in the situation that needs you to, get out of some place quickly, be fast and light.
It makes sense with me being both sporty and airborne.
Yeah. And what color are they? Just out of curiosity.
Oh. Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they have to be. Yeah.
Love it. All right, Jen, I feel like you were ready to give me.
Yeah, I want to go with something that looks fancy.
Yeah.
Because that seems right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, shiny, sparkly, diamond encrusted version. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. So you are in our fashion shoe.
Mm-hmm.
This can give you bonuses to dressage, performing, being exciting. I feel like Regina's probably very exciting.
Yeah.
For lots of reasons. This is also a situation where, as long as they stay fashion shoes, I am down with you being in a different shoe in every scene that we're in.
Excellent. I am going to take you up on that.
Yeah. It won't
Do they
change.
match the crown?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
You could not match Clash, Regina. Are you kidding? Terrified.
You thought more of me.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I just finished the Monties on this.
You can't sit with us.
Oh no.
Adriel, you are. There it
I
is.
needed a second to unmute myself. I'm gonna go with working shoes
Hmm.
because I think that Bill is a practical Mustang and he probably has some like school shoes, you
Yeah.
know. So,
Are these like a work boot equivalent, or these like
like
a-
a practical Oxford shoe?
love it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I really want to know how these three became friends. Was it like a breakfast club situation?
We're gonna get there. I promise you that I know it's not necessarily part of what's going on, but we are going to play out how
I'm
three
excited.
of you have become whatever you are right now. All right. So now your Presage will help you with some hex rolls. It's a magical tattoo, again, legally distinct, that you gain when you get into the Horseshoe Academy. When a magical horse first comes to Horseshoe Academy, everyone waits with bated breath to see what their Presage will be. And you go through the front gate for the first time, and it magically appears. You get to choose the location on your body and what it looks like. I love it. Then you get to decide, you can draw a little picture of it on your character sheet. And if I was a better, if I was a better artist, I would draw them and make stickers because I would want to stick it to my body everywhere.
I'm kind of keen to draw our characters.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you good at
kind-
art? I don't know anything about the art world. I'm bad at it. I do stick figures and vague gestures.
I can. I
Yes.
can art. Not. I wouldn't say I'm an artist. My skills come in other areas, but I do like to draw
Oh
something.
my gosh, I can't wait to see what happens with these. So, I think first question is, where would your Presage show up on your body? It would be very hard for me if I was making a character to not put it on my flank. Very, very hard.
I can't not.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's a choice that we get to make because this is very far away from that other
It sure
thing.
is. What
Yeah.
even are we even referring to? Nothing.
Yeah.
And the flank, it's a big spot. It's flat. If you were going to get a regular tattoo, that would be the easiest place to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we got one on the flank. Where is Regina's?
I feel like I also have to go flank because
Mhm.
it is the easiest.
Mhm.
And probably going with a sparkly crown.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, see, I made a little doodle.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
I love that the tail has had a blowout.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Blowout.
Oh wait. Hang
We
on.
are
I
groomed
forgot.
here.
You know what
everyone.
I mean? Like,
Hang on.
It's beautiful.
I forgot Noah's shoes.
Oh, yes. The shoes.
There we go.
I would like to see the relationship of the size of Regina to the size of Bill and Alicia. Like, because
Yeah. It's definitely at least, like a this difference of good screens difference,
it
Couple of heads.
feels like
Yeah.
you're like the corgi of
Yes.
the group.
Correct.
Okay.
do horses measure in hands? I
Yes.
think it is.
Hands.
Ha!
Yeah.
Not a horse girl, but I knew that.
You. We're gonna slowly turn you into one on this call.
I'm
is
learning
what's
that.
happening.
Yeah.
I
think
am
I'm
learning
gonna
so much
go-
already. Yeah.
I'm kind of picturing like a bit of a circlet situation. So like it comes down, it like loop-de-loops, it goes back that way.
Oh,
either the crown of her head or around like her neck,
like
chest.
Ooh.
And I can't. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna go forehead, just because I think Regina would hate it.
Yeah.
It's because I have a naturally built crown on my head.
Yeah.
That showed up one day.
Excellent. And what about Bill?
So I think that Bill's presage is an apple. Because it's practical, but a tasty snack, fuels you for homework. You might give it sisters. It's like really, it's an apple.
Yeah. Is it what color apple is it?
Pink. It's a pink lady apple because that's my favorite flavor of.
It's a good apple.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of pink ladies.
Yeah.
I also really like Honeycrisp apples.
Okay. Do you get jazz apples where you guys are?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a big jazz apple fan.
I've not had a jazz apple, but I'm interested.
So, it just sounds fun.
It does.
This is one of the few times that I can say this without having to shoehorn it into whatever conversation I'm having.
Let's hear it.
The best apple juice in the world is a mix of Cox and Bramley apple juice. Okay. It's like 70% Cox, 30% Bramley. And I've had it multiple times and it's literally the best apple juice in the world. Okay, that was it. That's the fact.
Awesome. I love that. I actually learned recently that Honeycrisp apples are the most easily bruised of all apple varieties, which means that it's hard to sell them in a store because people don't like to buy bruised apples. And so like a lot of the apple juice and the apple sauce that you can buy on the market is made with Honeycrisp apples because it doesn't matter if they're bruised if you are smashing them to bits. So that like the Honeycrisp apple, if you ever have an apple that is a Honeycrisp apple, it's like very nostalgic for a lot of people because it makes them think of their childhood with applesauce and apple juice. Who knew that everyone was going to get apples and horses today? And yet they go hand in hand. So great.
For no reason whatsoever.
It's going to be like silvery.
With...
Ooh, yes. Silver.
It's going to be like a silvery color. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm gonna go with like a traditional white pegasus look.
Oh.
Yeah.
With little
so
pink
the circlet
slippers.
is very subtle and bright, fluffy pink slippers. Yeah.
Love it. All right. Our fourth piece of flair. Our fourth piece of gear is flair. It's going to help you with some herd rolls. It's a decorative adornment that you choose to wear, expressing your personality, and it helps you charm your friends, showing them exactly what's so wonderful and unique about you. There's some examples: a bowler hat, a disco ball earring, plate armor, a birthstone necklace, an ugly sweater, a nose piercing. Regina's giant crown feels like perfect example of flair. You brought it in without even knowing it.
I think I have to go with a matching pink beret.
Yes.
I love that.
It's the cutest thing. I can see
and
it.
It's got a big bow at the back of it.
Back?
Yeah. Beret, bow, thing.
Yes. Like, is it like a hot pink? Like a bubblegum pink? Like a ballet pink?
I think it's a bubblegum pink. Yeah. Almost pastel.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
But slightly darker.
Love it.
Yeah. And the same color as the fluffy boots.
Obviously.
Booties.
We like to coordinate.
Yes.
It's important.
Look, she's got a fashion book.
It's either exact same shade or like opposite side of the color wheel, obviously. So
Right, yeah.
same shade.
I think if she had like black fluffy boots and a red beret, it
Also
would be
great.
you know, that's
for a different season.
When she's moodier. Yeah.
Oh,
She's having a
good to know.
bad day.
we can know by the color of your beret. Alicia comes out and we're like, her beret is green today. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
Have you ever seen Alicia wear a green beret?
Somebody, I think she's in a fighting mood. So she get out of the way. Bill, what you wearing?
A tie. Bill is wearing a tie. Yeah. I can see it. It's like got green stripes and red stripes and maybe some yellow stripes. But not like brightly colored, more like desaturated colors. Very practical tie.
And it's like a Windsor knot sort of situation, like a classic. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no fancy knots, just a standard, straightforward, appropriate knot.
Appropriate knot. And is it like how long is it? Like, is it a skinny boy? Is it a little wider?
It's like medium width, and it comes to like maybe just a hand above where Bill's chest would end, and you could see the daylight.
Great. Yeah, we don't want anything that swings down too far. That's far too whimsical for Bill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Can't have that.
Do you have a bow tie version when you're feeling frisky?
Oh.
Yes. Absolutely, 100%. Yes.
Same fabric, though. Let's not get crazy.
It's made from the same thing. Yeah.
Same thing. Yes.
Oh, this is so exciting.
How many of those ties do you have? Or is it the same one you wear every day?
A magician never reveals his secrets, but probably multiples, because what if I got some like oats on one of them?
Yeah.
You know,
I like the idea that one morning the scene opens and he's just looking at his hangers of ties
Full
and
of
just
ties.
like they're all so different.
Which one is it going to be today?
Yeah.
I already love all of these characters. We've done nothing with them yet, but I just love them so much.
I also made a scale.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you know what I particularly love? How curvy she is.
Yes.
For a horse.
Yeah, very curvy. And like
it's beautiful.
eyelashes for days.
Yeah.
Just so many eyelashes. Just like flapping, can see them from space. All right. There's another thing that we have to make here, and it is your Bengal buddy. No matter how tough things get, you can always count on your friends. We all know that one of the best ways to make friends is to be there for another horse, and that's what bangles are for. A bangle is a special adornment made of beads, charms, bells, and ribbon that's woven into a horse's mane. Given by friends, bangles remind you of who will be there for you when the going gets tough. So there's going to be another horse at the table that you give a bangle to and describe the bangle that you're giving to them. And you become that horse's bangle buddy. You cannot give your bangle to the horse that gave you a bangle. You must choose someone else at the table.
My gosh. This feels mean.
No.
How do I choose which person I give my bangle to?
I know.
Do you know what? I think I have to give mine to Bill. And it matches the tie.
Oh.
Did you perhaps also make Bill's tie?
I'm assuming, but I actually don't think so. I don't think my fashion forward horse would put that many colors in a tie. But I definitely fashioned one of them that maybe got a little burnt into a bow tie.
Oh, okay.
And was like, when you want to maybe play up with your fashion, try the bow tie.
We upcycled it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it got caught in the lunch dishes or something. I don't know. Woodworking, we're doing something in the woodworking class and it just gets sucked up into the machine.
Oh
no. What sort of so you made this bangle for Bill. What's in it that you wove into Bill's mane?
It can't be anything that makes noise.
No.
Can't be like bells and whistles.
Obviously.
It can't be too fashiony, but it needs to still match Bill's aesthetic.
But also have a piece of you, you know?
So I think that I have handcrafted small apple charms to match the tattoo. And so it can be sort of fastened to where the mane begins. And so it sort of sits like a little bit of a seam between where horse and hair begins.
Love it. Oh my God, adorable. All right.
Little bright red apples, little pink lady apples.
All right. Well then, Bill.
First of all, I love that. Thank you very much. Amazing. Bill is going to give a friendship bracelet to Regina.
Oh.
And he spent a lot of time learning how to do different kinds of knots. So it's got a really complex pattern to it. And there are little like sparkle beads all woven throughout it and it's in like the whole rainbow of colors because he wanted to make sure that it matched every iteration of Regina's crown.
Oh. So nice.
With that in
so
mind,
cute.
I know it's supposed to be in their mane, but like because of the crown situation, would Regina maybe put it in her tail?
Is that okay? Okay, cool.
It's yours. You could do whatever you want with it.
All right.
I'm picturing one of those like clip-in braids. But it's made of all the entwined ropes.
It's like
and
the
knots and
fanciest
stuff.
macrame that you're
I
ever going to
love
see.
It's so good. It's so good.
Love it.
And then I really want the animation of Bill using his teeth to like plait this.
Oh,
It took a long time.
It's getting really frustrated.
it's so good.
Took a long time.
Yeah.
All right, Regina, what have you made?
I want to say, so I kind of like the idea of making cute little like rhinestoney princess crowns as barrettes. For my fashion forward bestie. So, that way it's like, oh, yes, I know that it's not your aesthetic, but you could still carry it with you.
Yeah. And movable because of, the hats could be covering.
Yeah.
Love it.
Is it like a clip-in beret that's a crown?
Little clips.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
God, it's so
but
cute.
But also sparkly because, everybody should
You need a bit of diamantes and I love the idea that Alicia changes up how this thing gets placed on her each day. So like sometimes it's a charm that's on the beret, sometimes it's in the mane, sometimes it's like attached to like a necklace or something. That's so cute.
Could be a charm. I mean, people do charms on shoes and stuff too. So if there was a day that you were like, it just doesn't work up here on my head, like you put it down on your
on the booties.
Yeah.
Cute.
Now, when something has gone wrong and you have rolled a 1 on your die, instead of a failure, your Bengal buddy is going to be the one that comes to your rescue and turns that failure into a success. So the two of you will collaborate. Oh, and there's actually like just a little role-playing moment here that we can do before we get into the big stuff. This is after you've already been friends. You get to talk about an embarrassing moment that your Bengal buddy helped you get back up on your hooves. So I'm going to start with Regina. What was the embarrassing moment that you had?
Okay.
And then how did Bill help you get back up on your hooves?
Wait, is it the person we gave a thing to or the person who gave a thing to us?
So you had the embarrassing moment, and then the person who gave you your thing is the one that helped you.
Okay. Let me think. Gosh. So it has to be something where one of my brilliant ideas turned out to be a disaster.
That never happens. I
mean, obviously, because Bill is here. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I like the idea that it was like maybe like a party or something, and some sort of something happened where obviously being an egomaniac, she didn't think about important things like details. Who cares? But Bill did. So maybe it was like some sort of performance or something outside, and then it started raining, and Bill's like, hang on guys, I have umbrellas, or like we can use this to like make a tent or something cool like that.
They're the umbrellas that sit on your head.
The umbrella hats.
Yeah.
Because it's practical.
Yeah.
Very practical.
It's so practical.
Not super fashion forward, but very practical.
That's true. Thanks, Bill.
All right. Bill, what was your embarrassing moment?
So I think that Bill used to wear a much like plainer tie and plainer bow tie when he was feeling sassy. And one day in the cafeteria, he spilled molasses all over his tie. And it just like, he was really embarrassed. He didn't want to go to class like that, like covered in molasses, and it's like trying to get it out in the like trough at the side of the room. And Alicia saw that and came to his rescue and brought him a tie that she wasn't really sold on. Like the fabric was not colors she would have chosen, but she had put it together for an assignment, and she offered it to Bill, who was just like so relieved and so grateful. And after school, after classes ended that day, he asked Alicia if she would make him like more of that tie and a bow tie version. And now anytime he gets a compliment, he is like, my friend, the fashion designer made this for me. And it's great for Bill, maybe slightly embarrassing for Alicia because the colors we don't know, but like, yeah, she really rescued him that day.
That's so sweet.
I thought you were going to say that because he spilt molasses, that Alicia then like threw different paints.
It's all just,
Yeah.
I
More
fixed it.
More color.
Yeah. All right. And Alicia, what was your embarrassing moment?
Hmm. I think like every nightmare we have about coming to school without accessories. That
The classic.
Alicia was running late and flew from her home and forgot everything. Like no boots, no beret, nothing. Just a plain old Pegasus, and had a panic attack. And Regina came to her rescue with, I mean, Regina has all the accessories necessary to at least give Alicia some peace of mind for the day, and was able to have a little bit of a fashion moment in the bathroom. I'm imagining there's definitely some sort of montage until we find the right thing to wear.
To walking on sunshine, obviously.
Yeah, of course. And and then we were able to trot out of the bathroom, feeling more confident. Good. And able to take on the day.
Our heads and manes held high.
Yes. There's definitely a blowout at the same time.
Oh yeah.
In the montage. Like I don't know how you had a hairdryer.
Magic.
But it happened. Magic hairdryer. Yes.
Like, give me a second.
One moment. There's a couple other things that I want to go over, but before we do our like how did we all meet sort of thing. But don't you think this is an excellent time for us to take our bio break? Perhaps I will have an apple. I will investigate if someone is baking bread. Everybody cross your fingers for that. So folks at home, like go grab yourself a drink, go grab yourself something to munch on. I don't know, like a sugar cube, maybe apples, carrots, whatever horses love. And then use the facilities and then head right back here. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, bye. Welcome back from the break. We made it. We're all alive. Most of us are ponies. Some of us are adorned heavily with crowns.
Yes.
The mystery of the bread has been solved, everyone. I know that you were all waiting on bated breath in that it was not fresh baked bread, but it was a pizza baked on a croissant crust. And so that is what I was smelling. It's also delicious. I just inhaled them.
Better than baked bread.
Yeah, I mean, I really love carbs and bread in particular, but like this, add cheese.
Yeah.
Like cheese and sauce, like that's
just good. Two great flavors together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. How was everybody else's break? Enjoyable?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I
Great.
got this tie. This is the tie that I was thinking of. So yeah.
Yeah.
Tie.
That's really cute.
Very 70s.
Yeah.
I love that the brown reminds me of the molasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think that it's like the tie was green, the molasses got dropped on it, and then the other two were like sauces that were there.
That's good. We can retcon that because that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like Bill is a horse that really enjoys his food, So like sometimes when you're eating, it kind of gets all over the place. That's okay. It's a full body experience to eat.
But it also allows him to direct the efficiency to every other aspect of his life.
That's true.
Wow. Poetic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So just a couple more things, maybe even only one more thing that we want just to finish up rounding out these beautiful specimens of horses. And that is the section called Magical Horses and the Box of Crayons. We need to know exactly what color everybody is. You absolutely can be any color that you would like, found on a horse in nature or not. But in case you would like some colors and coat patterns from Earth, we have the Appaloosa, the bay, the buckskin, the dapple gray, the palomino, the pinto, the roan, or the sorrel. Which
I don't think I know what any of those mean.
Awesome. Okay. Appaloosa
Sorry.
are totally fine. So it's the blanket Appaloosas have the white markings across their rump. Leopard Appaloosas have black, like leopard-like spots over a white coat. You've got a bay, which is a brown body with a black muzzle and lower legs. I feel like when a child is coloring a horse, they most often are coloring a bay horse. It is a brown horse with like a little bit darker on their snout and feet. There's also blood bays, which are deep red instead of brown. Your buckskin is yellow, sort of a tan or goldy colored coat with black points, like black manes, tails, stockings, dorsal stripes. Dapple gray is dark rings over a gray coat. A palomino is a golden coat that ranges from rich gold to pale yellow, creamy white tail and mane. They're like the ones that you see in the very fancy horse like illustrations with like the big fancy whipping their manes around kind of hair. A pinto is a large they have large patches of white or like other color. They're sort of like splotched, I would say. And then a roan has white hair that sticks through another color. So the blue roans have black hair and then like a white that comes out, or strawberry roans have chestnut hair with the white that sticks out. And then there's sorrel, which are sort of lighter and redder than the others. They have a blonde mane and tail along with the sort of, they're the redheads of the of the horse world. Or you can be a rainbow or white or jet black or whatever color you want.
I think I'm gonna stick to the very angelic Pegasus look, and then the silvery tattoo. I think that,
and wings also just full white everywhere.
Yeah, I
Red.
think so.
Who?
I think I'm gonna go with basically a gradation of pastel pink and pastel purple, but with like a blondish mane.
Is Regina a natural blondish mane? Or is it it doctored in some way?
Oh no. It's magical.
Is Regina a natural blondish mane?
We don't give away our secrets. How dare you?
just checking. So people want to know. There's definitely a blog written about Regina, and so I'm just interested. One time she punched me in the face. It was awesome. What about Bill?
Bill is okay. So I used to have Barbie horses, and I would paint them to be whatever real horse color I was into at the time.
Sure.
And one of my favorites was a really nice, like, dark gray with some, like, a little bit of white on its rump. So Bill is going to be dark gray with sort of gray and white mane, gray and white tail.
Very distinguished looking.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Bill,
a
above all, I think,
in horse form.
Yeah, I think he's like very respectable. Like, I think he's just like dignified.
Do people mistake you for the lecturers sometimes?
Yes.
With the apple and the tie and the salt and pepper hair. Like,
yeah, and there's a lot of like, oh, we know what you're going to be when you grow up, which, you know, Bill resents, but also is like, yeah, probably okay.
Yeah.
Love that. I want to be a train conductor. Stop forcing me down the teacher path.
I would like to see a horse that is a train conductor.
Me too. That's why I said it.
I'm interested in if it would be just like the trains we have now, and a horse would just have to adjust its body, or if it just if it's like a whole train that is horse only train. Like, how do you travel? Is that a situation where, you know, because like,
I think it has to be the latter, right? I think especially if this city is modernized with magic, we've got like, it's just bigger versions of
everything.
Human trains. Yeah.
Well, but like, so like, okay, I am from the Midwest, and so I don't know how often that this is a thing that happens with people who are traveling, but like, you know, you get behind a truck that is just a bunch of horse stalls, right? Like, do you travel in horse stalls and it's just like a means of going, and you take a nap on the way? Or is it like, I have a very fancy, like, adapted horse vehicle?
Okay.
Go ahead.
You go ahead, and then I will.
I was gonna say, I imagine, because, you know, we already have train cars that exist to, you know, modded out for horses, that we would further this concept so that way you do have deluxe cars and the, like, you know, business version, and just the like cattle car bare bones one where everybody's sort of just smooshed together and hoping for the best, and when will this be over?
The well-to-do horses get the accommodations.
I 100% agree. And in in my mind, I'm picturing the fancy car is, when you walk into a stable and you've got like stalls on either side and like half doors so that the horses can look out. And I'm picturing that, but inside a train car. And also there are like horse wait staff that bring you your snacks to your stall.
Yeah, I was also picturing something similar, very like Murder on the Orient Express, but horse style. And the dinner cart is like a sushi train kind of style, but with hay.
Yes.
And if you're in like one of the higher tiers, you get oats, whereas you just get like base level straws.
Right. Yeah, I bet there's a counter in the dining car that the children like to go to that has like sugar cubes and things like
apples.
Yeah. An elderly mare comes by with a trolley.
Yes. I also feel like that there's probably, especially for the horses that live in the forest, that there's probably a close ties with the scouts, like the little magical scout people from Nancy Druid. Is what I would bet, that there would be a lot of crossover. So Pegasus live, in the trees and things. I bet that Alicia has several friends who are like druid scouts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rad. All right. So we have built our delightful little trio here. And I would love to see how the three of you became friends. So I would like to have us all as a group brainstorm why you would be like, what is this spot? Is this a class that the three of you were in? Is it like a freshman orientation situation? Is it a breakfast club situation where you all did something and you are in detention? Like, what's the spot that we're all getting to?
I do like the Breakfast Club situation just because of how diverse all of their backgrounds are. And like, just the idea that over the course of, hours of community service or detention or whatever, we now have these unshakable bonds. Like
I was going to say, either it's that we did something to get detention, or it's like a quarantine situation. Like the three of us just happened to be in a classroom when the school had to be in like full shutdown for a bit. And the three of us are like, do you like apples? Is that why it's on your person? Like, I'm unsure. Like a horse flu outbreak or something.
Sure.
Yeah. Or like a fire drill gone wrong.
Yeah. Stuck in an elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the power went out or something.
Yeah. We've got magic, but we'll ignore that.
Well, if there was some sort of, villain
it
that
could
had
be
some sort of dastardly scheme.
Yeah.
While the staff were trying to figure that out, we're just stuck in our elevator.
I love the idea that
there was like
Regina
a magic
tried to like save us with magic.
Oh yeah, and it didn't work. Maybe there was some sort of storm, if we're going with that sort of thing, that actually dampens everyone's ability to use magic.
Ooh, okay. All right.
So you are then stuck, right? So there's a storm. You cannot use your magic. Are you stuck in a classroom? Is it an elevator? Are you in a basement seeking shelter from the storm?
elevator just because, like, I imagine in general elevators would have something on the inside to prevent magic from being used within them to stop any pranks, messing up the elevator's function. So,
especially in a school where there might be a lot of students who want to do things.
Exactly. So that's my thought, is that it's like that double whammy of like, oh, we're stuck, but also we can't. Yeah.
I feel like, because I was going to say an arts and crafts classroom, just because that would be really entertaining. But counter offer, because I do love the elevator. Alicia would usually not take the elevator because she can fly. But if she's transporting the arts and crafts cart,
yes,
she would have to take the elevator.
Yeah,
which is why only the three of you are in there, because you have a big cart of arts and craft supplies.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
the three ponies, 3 horses. You have seen each other on campus. In passing, you're all, in the same year. So makes sense for you to have seen each other. Maybe you have a couple classes together, but like you don't ever sit together. So you end up in this elevator. There's been a weird storm brewing for a while, and all of the elevator like slams to a halt, and the 3 of you are in here. The lights go out briefly, and then like a backup generator comes on so that you can see, but it's just like emergency working lights. You are not moving. And now I would love for the 3 of you to chat. It has been 25 minutes of awkward silence.
So I imagine Regina, for probably, the 15th time, dramatically waves her horn and nothing happens, but she's just like waiting expectantly for something to happen.
I don't think that's gonna work, Regina. I'm sorry.
This never happens though. It just does not happen. So it can't be happening, obviously.
We're in an elevator. We're in one of the non-magical elevators. Or it could be a dream. It could be a shared hallucination. That could happen.
That could be a thing. Yes.
It could. I think it's really happening. And we're definitely in one of the you can't use magic elevators, because there's the little tiny sign over there by the buttons. Sorry.
I imagine at this, Regina goes up to the tiny sign, which is probably right at her eye level.
Right there.
I concede your point, but that is the only thing I will concede this day.
I think it's just like
so dramatic,
like a magic wand with little stars coming out of it, and then just like a big circle with a with the line through it. So it's like no.
I could fashion something from this craft table. Maybe we could try and jam open the door.
That could work.
Or I could use my head.
Maybe don't use your head though.
She does have a very impressive head.
Yeah.
No doubt. Very impressive.
Thanks.
But you might get a headache. So maybe we start with the supplies you have with you.
I'm gonna go about like hoofcrafting. But I feel like I've only got maybe like popsicle sticks and
there's probably those like colored pom-poms.
Oh, glitter.
Hot glue guns.
Yeah. No place to plug the hot glue guns in, but you do.
Play-Doh.
Yeah.
And then I think I get easily distracted, and then I start making food out of Play-Doh
Mm-hmm.
because I'm hungry,
Yeah.
Ooh.
and I start making realistic looking Play-Doh food.
Oh my.
I got distracted.
Bill is I'm taking the popsicle sticks and I'm attempting to use the yarn to like bind them together to make like a wedge shape. I'm attempting to make a popsicle stick wedge.
Ooh, pizza.
No, I like your plan, and
Yes.
I think maybe we could wedge the door open.
Oh, yeah.
I am also pro pizza.
Good to know.
Oh no. Bill is everyone's dad.
Was
Okay.
that not going to be obvious in character creation?
Is it Billy?
Bill, please, thank you.
Right,
Thank you.
Bill. Okay, that's a really good idea. We should try that.
And what is your name again?
Oh, I'm Alicia.
Alicia. Okay. All of you know me already, obviously. I
Yeah.
stand out.
Regina.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Regina.
I know.
What a
It's an
crown to school.
honor. It is an honor for all of you to be in my presence. You're welcome. It's okay.
Are you actually royalty, or do you just wear a crown?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as there are no follow-up questions, then yes.
I will help Bill start wedging this thing into the door and seeing if we can pry it open.
Yeah.
Using
same.
my must strengths.
Great. I feel like this is well, first of all, is Regina helping, or are you just sort of in a supervisory capacity?
Encouragement.
Yeah. So I feel like she would supervise unless they need somebody to get the low thing, and in which case she would aid specifically to save the day.
Sure, understood. Swooping in at the last moment.
Yes,
I get it.
exactly.
So I am going to have you roll. My friends who are doing physical labor at this moment. So both Bill and Alicia, it's going to be a hooves roll. I believe in you.
I'm using my tiny dice, so they disappeared for a second.
Perfect. All right.
I've got my
Oh,
glass ones.
it's very pretty.
They kind of match Alicia's vibe.
Yeah, and like because they're a little white, silvery kind of.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And they glitter rainbow when you change the light.
I love it.
Nice.
Prismatic. All right.
That's pretty.
So we're doing a hooves.
Ooh,
We are
I got
aiming-
a 3.
3 is a success.
Yeah.
How'd we do, Bill?
3 as well.
Also a success, double
Matching.
success, which means that the two of you together wedge this in. I gotta tell you, it's not the popsicle sticks that help you open the door. You are horses. Horses are very strong, really strong. You are able to force the door open. It's gonna need significant repairs. Because basically what happened is the two of you together, full-size horses, just like kicked the tar out of the doors and they buckled outward, and now you can get out.
Are we like stuck between levels? Like, is there a small gap that only Regina can get through?
Yeah. Regina, you are going
Yes.
to have to assist. It is
Okay.
a little too high.
Mm-hmm.
You can fit out,
Yes.
but the floor is a bit further down. And your two friends not going to be able to fit it through the door.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Fear not. I shall save the day, as it
Okay.
was foretold. Do
He was
not fear.
foretold?
Oh, yes.
Well, you knew the elevator would stop moving?
I knew I would save the day
Oh, okay.
because that's just what happened.
Obviously.
Yeah. So very regally, she marches forward into the thing to help assist from the outside. Once outside the elevator, can I use my magic to get it to be at the right level so that way the rest of them can get out?
So first I would like you to do a hose roll to see
Okay.
how gracefully you land.
Oh no. All right, and it's a D8, right?
Yes, you have a D8.
Okay.
You were looking for a 3, a 4, or a 5.
Oh, okay. Cool. I got a 5.
Okay.
Cool.
You look great.
Mhm.
Your mane and tail
Mhm.
blow in the wind that is suddenly there in the perfect direction. You look
Wow.
majestic when you jump down with your tiny little stubby corgi legs. And and you land, shake it out a little bit. Now you may try to use your magic to get it down.
All right.
That's what you want to hear. Like if you had a partner and they were like, babe, you look majestic with your chubby little legs.
It's perfect. A match made in heaven.
I wanted to do this. Oh no, I rolled a 1.
Okay, a 1. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
That means that your Bengal buddy is the one that actually saves the day.
Okay.
So,
Excellent.
Bill, you fix this elevator.
So, okay, so Regina has tried and gotten stuck, I think, and Bill hauls her out of the doors by her tail as gently as possible.
No.
I think she got
So
out.
I got
It's the
out.
magic.
Sorry.
I am trying to fix the elevator from the outside.
Okay, and that's where the fail happened. Okay.
Correct.
So, watching as closely as he can the magic coming out of Regina's horn and stuff, and it's not working. And Bill looks to the left and just sort of kicks the panel that's below the buttons on every elevator, which resets one of the fuses that got knocked out when Alicia and Bill were pounding on the doors. And that is what restarts the elevator.
And then it just comes back down.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Regina, do you know that Bill saved you?
I imagine that she is quite convinced that this was all her doing.
Okay.
Even if it did not work the way that she expected it to when she cast the spell.
Perfect.
But yes, all according to plan.
Wonderful.
And I think I also believe that.
Whoa, yeah. Wow. What a magical horse.
Yes.
I wish I had magic.
My power is limitless. It's okay to be impressed.
Yeah.
Right. So the three of you have gotten out of this little tiny predicament, and like, what happens? Do you just part ways? Like,
ooh, do you want to get pizza?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Gonna go get a croissant crust pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Three of you in the school canteen. It's gonna be great.
An unlikely trio.
And the three of you have been fast friends ever since. I think there are people who on campus, there are other horses who don't quite get it, don't quite get your dynamic.
Well, they're wrong, so it's okay.
Obviously.
I love them so much. The psychology behind it, like Regina just thinking everything is perfect because it's her.
Yeah.
Would never question her own friend choices because it's perfect.
Right. Obviously.
Alicia is so airy-fairy that would never think that Regina is being too like selfish or self-involved, would just be like, whoa, like the confidence. And then Bill being so practical is like, yeah, okay. Like, I have friends now.
I was told I was a friend and now I am a friend. I am friend shaped. This makes sense. Great. So we're gonna do a moment. We're gonna do our moments of gratitude before we chat a little bit more about the game. I know that today was mostly build, but like what stood out to you that one of your fellow role players did that was excellent?
I want to put praise upon Bill for actually saving the day.
Yeah.
With a really cute and hilariously clever way to resolve that problem.
Yeah. I think Bill's the sort of, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but it feels like he's the kind of old school, like, sometimes you just gotta like slap the TV, right?
Yeah.
Like that just works. Like you just bump the jukebox correctly and it plays the song. Like it's just a little, yeah.
I feel like it's very because Alicia is also just like, I was gonna say violent at first, that's the wrong word, but like I will physically fix it rather than study the manual. Yeah. And so I feel like it was a very Alicia like solution and I love it so much. I have a group one. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
I love the fact that we all yes-anded each other so hard. Like we got into a tangent about horses for trains for horses.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just piggybacked off each other's ideas until we had the coolest horse train.
Yes.
And like cool. That is so cool for a table session to just feel like a really unified group because you're just saying yes to other people's ideas and then contributing your own and making things better. It's cool.
Yeah. And it feels like you don't have to be concerned about saying something that's not going to be accepted by the group. Like I can take us on this tangent over here and I know you're going to come with me and it's not going to be weird.
Yeah. Wholesome.
I just really appreciate how strong a picture I have of Alicia and Regina from Jen and AJ's like choices and narration and the way they describe their horses. It's like the visuals are just so strong there and I really love the choices that they both made.
I really encourage everyone who has even an ounce of talent for drawing to draw this group because I think that they are going to be adorable.
Pretty great.
I'm really excited about it.
We need a group name. We need
a group name.
We do need a group name.
Let's take a moment.
I feel like they started with elevator friends. Something really on the nose.
Yeah.
The Elevated.
Elevated.
I love it.
Yeah.
Great. It's elevated.
Like definitely a pun that's going to come from this.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. It's gotta.
And I also feel like somebody made pins or something, or necklaces, something that says the elevator. It was Alicia.
Elevator friends.
I made everybody a T-shirt that has.
I was so inspired by the hour that we got stuck in an elevator. That I've made us all some pins.
So cute.
It's an elevator that's halfway up with all three horses.
With all three on the top.
In the elevator.
Just the top of Regina.
It says elevator at the top and friends at
the bottom. And like
So
I see like on like holidays and stuff that you can give cards to each other that have elevators on them that say like you lift me up. Things like that. Like
Adorable.
I'm ready for this line of greeting cards.
Of our trial.
When you're feeling down, I'm going down there too.
Happy to be along for the ride.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's so many things that you could do.
We've leveled up when we go to the next
when it's
grade.
birthdays.
Yeah, leveled up.
You floor me.
You floor me. Oh my gosh. Anyway, our line of elevator themed cards will be out this spring.
There's merch.
There's merch. Come and get them. Yeah. So, Adriel, is there anything else that you would like to say about this game, about the production of the game, or something that you really loved about making it, or anything like that?
I really like it. I was very excited about this game in part because I loved horses as a child, and it was great to have two writers and designers who I really respect and whose work I enjoy work on it. And our artist, Tina Bongiorno, who did the art for The Excellence and is doing the art for Nancy Druid, just like getting to give her like, please draw this kind of horse was just heckin' fun. It was just an all around good time to work on. And I'm glad that it's out in the world, and then I'm glad that I get to play it here with all of you.
Yeah, I love it. I've just been like flipping through the book. And I just got to the illustration of the ostracized Yeti, whose name is Cold Steve. And it's just like a really precious cartoony Yeti with a broken horn, and he's crying, and I just want to hug Cold Steve. So yeah, what?
He can join our elevator gang.
Now you're a gang.
Yeah.
Level up.
Yes.
A squad or a squad.
A squad. Elevator squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just some really, really cute, like really adorable illustrations in it. There's a lot of really fun puns that reference a lot of other properties without referencing them so hard that there would be trouble. Like and one of the things that I personally really love about Awesome World games is that it really allows you to be like to live out your 80s cartoon fantasies of just like being able to like be really cutesy and like learn about friendship and I mean these games are absolutely the real treasure are the friends we made along the way. Like it's just about like telling really sweet stories and solving problems and learning lessons. And I feel like in a world where a lot of the conflicts are very high stakes in your real life, as well as like that a lot of the games that we play on tabletops can get very edgy and gritty and like murdery, honestly. Like to have a place where you can come and you can just be like, today I am a magical pony and I am beautiful and I can use magic and I can wear a crown and I can solve my problems, which, you know, from the outside could seem a little mundane, but like it is big to me because I have very tiny corgi legs. I just really like the I like how easy it is to sink into this world and to find a story. So thank you so much for like helping facilitate the creation of Awesome World. It is one of my favorite places.
Hey.
Everybody go buy this game. It's available to buy, yes? Officially?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can get it on Drive-Thru RPG. It's not terribly expensive. You can get a digital copy. You can get a printed copy sent to your house. It's oh, I don't have any of them up here, but they're the little bitties.
Yeah.
They're little tiny, and you can fit in your pocket or your purse, so that in case of a Horseshoe Academy like emergency, you could just like, I have it. You could just pull it right out.
I want to know what that is. I want to know what emergency happened that you're like, I have the solution.
The solution is to be a magical pony right now.
Yeah.
I feel like, I have 2 kids, and I feel like there was an age range where that like break glass in case of emergency. The thing behind it should have been a game about magical ponies because I think it would have had off a lot of problems.
Yeah. That's fair.
Everybody buy it. Go buy it right now. Give your
I want to buy a copy.
It's so cute.
Does it ship to Australia?
Yes. Yes. So yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know how much shipping will be, but I know that we would ship to Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, you could also, I personally like to have like a a tactile copy, but digital ships everywhere instantly. So you could
That's true.
Get it.
In the meantime, while I wait for the 3 months it will take to ship to me.
Yeah. Supply chain. Womp womp.
Yeah. Postal services.
Oh, the post office. It's fine.
Oh, the post.
Figure it out.
It's okay. Alicia is descendant from Pegasus's Pegasi that send mail. So that's another Horseshoe Academy emergency.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that takes it so long to get to Australia is that a Pegasus has to fly it there, and it's a really long flight. And it's tiring. They have to take a lot of breaks.
Makes sense.
And then there's a whole bunch of them that just got lost in the Bermuda Triangle. So
Pegasi?
That became a thing. Yeah, obviously.
Whoa.
Go, Adriel, go.
I there's this book that I loved when I was a kid. It was called Lyrico, the only horse of his kind, and it was about a Pegasus. And I was trying to remember if the Bermuda Triangle figured in there, but it did not.
Oh, yet. Let's write the sequel. And the sequel is that he ends up in the Bermuda Triangle and finds more Pegasus because that is where they have all gone.
Yeah.
It's the Bermuda Triangle is a portal to Awesome World.
Yes.
Probably is. I bet it dumps you out directly behind Horseshoe Academy.
Of course. Yeah. That's why all the cool kids hang out at the dumpsters.
Obviously.
I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
It's perfect. It's correct. On that note, I feel like let's go around the table and tell everybody where we can be found on the internet. I'm going to start with AJ. Tell us where we can find you.
Okay. Hi. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Winter's Tales Co. That's all our social handles, but you can also find me on Twitch at Winter's Tales or YouTube. I do a live play Dungeons and Dragons game on Tuesdays, set in this studio, the first Dungeons and Dragons studio in Australia, which is pretty freaking cool. Yay. And I also do world building streams and all sorts of other fun stuff. So come hang out if you're interested in seeing any of the stuff that I get up to.
Do it. Sometimes she's a horse.
I am the DM, so I'm everything.
Yes. Wow. Just like suggestion, next time, all NPCs, horses. Just
Yeah. I kind of need to do that. I'm thinking about because we've just recently done a fundraiser in February. We raised a lot of money and we had all these milestones of different like things that we would be able to produce for the Frosties because of that. And a lot of it was like different one shots and all sorts of stuff because we do guest DMs and guest streams and all sorts. And now I'm like, I kind of want to run a Horseshoe Academy game.
Do it.
I kind of want to make all of my ridiculous players play horses.
Love it so much. Mm-hmm. Please let us know when that is happening because we will.
I will.
Plug the holy bejesus out of.
And I'm gonna do that.
Yes. Awesome. Jen, where can we find you? And then you can tell us also where we can find Regina because clearly she has her own socials now.
Oh sure. I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. Savage Sparrow is most things or some variation thereof. SavageSparrow.com is my awesome nerdy website where I sell really cowl t-shirts, apparel, accessories, etc. Yes, we do ship to Australia. I will also be at PAX East. If anybody's going there, you can come visit our table. We're going to do a crab rave at some point. It's going to be great. And I also am at Gen Con every year, which is also awesome. So shout out to Gen Con TV. And finally, streaming wise, if you like my role play, I am on the Dungeon Scrawlers channel with the Grey Mantle campaign, which airs every other Monday. I think the next one is going to be on the 27th. We just started official season, so it's very exciting and cool. And you get to see me dressed up like a tiefling.
But are you wearing a crown?
I am not wearing a crown, but I am wearing these really cool horns.
Okay.
Like my horns.
Okay. That's crown-like.
Yeah, they have gold.
They do. They do have gold. They're lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. Only
Adriel.
Crowns for you, boo.
Thank you, babe. I appreciate you. Adriel, where can we find you and or this game?
You can find me on the internet, on Twitter at reindeerbee. But you can also find me through all the 9th level places. So it's numeral 9th levelgames.com at 9th level games for Insta and Twitter and all the stuff. And yeah, that's where I am on the internet. But I'm not super active on the social medias.
It's true.
Yeah.
Also, Adriel is very good friends with Bitey the kobold.
Yes, I am.
If you were ever interested in kobold puppets.
Yep.
Bitey, who has a lovely little bow generally in her ear, I think is how it's on there. Every so often I do get all of the kobolds on Sarah's table. And then I need a very strong vacation.
Yeah, I was gonna say every once in a while when you are like, oh, perhaps I will give myself a raging headache because of how loud, boisterous, and uncontrollable these fuzzy puppets are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like Yeet tries to break me every time that I bring them on the show.
Yep.
This would be great. Let's see how long we can go before Sarah regrets her decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, friends, buy this game. It's great. You can find it on Drive-Thru RPG, or you can go to 9thlevelgames.com and you can find it there. And while you're there, you can also pick up, it's not terribly expensive. You could also pick up the other Awesome World games and just start building your little library. My name is Sarah Moore. You can find me all over the internet at Pixies and Pins, except for Facebook, where I'm actor Sarah Moore, because one of them has to be weird. You can find me at my website at pixiesandpins.com. And you can find me here every Friday night on twitch.tv/GenConTV for Sarah's Table. I air at 5 p.m. Pacific, in case you are watching this in the reruns. Next week, I believe we are playing a game called Midwestern Moms, where you are role-playing a Midwestern mom and you are solving problems on your cul-de-sac. So that is what is happening next week. And then soon, hopefully, we are going to be back here with this trio of heroes? ? Yes, sorry, apologies. Definitely heroes. They're definitely heroes. We're going to bring the elevated back, and we are going to have another episode where they solve some kind of problem in Awesome World around Horseshoe Academy. I also have a couple of things coming up. I'm going to play Snugglebug, where you wrap yourself in a blanket, and the mechanic is no dice, and you only use the blanket to continue with your RP mechanic. And I just nailed down a brand new game called Your New Best Friend, which is about the support and love that you get from the drunk girls in a bathroom at a bar. So we are going to be playing that in the next couple months as well. So yeah, make sure that you come back here. I want to thank everybody for being here at my table today. It was such a treat. I would have you here all the time if I could bamboozle you into clicking the button. Absolutely. Thank you to my support at Gen Con TV for letting me have this platform where I get to shine a light on games that don't have a bunch of support behind them. I think there are just so many cool indie games that are out there, and I am so excited that I get to bring some eyeballs to them. Thank you to my editor and partner, Jeff Moore, who helps me put all of this together because I am very bad at tech, and also in general helps me stay a mildly sane person most of the time. I would like to thank Marcus Mays, who is the tech who is at Gen Con TV, who makes sure that our streams run properly. I'd like to thank Peter Atkinson for everything that he does to allow me to keep doing this work. And gosh, I'm sure there's more people to thank, but I would like to thank you for watching. How about that? It's all of you at home who gathered their apples and their oats and all of your sugar cubes and your carrots, and you and your crowns, and you loved being here, hanging out. So yeah, I think that's all of it. So I'm gonna just say, as always, keep making art and keep being art. And we will see you next time. Mwah.